Greetings YouTube, LordClydeofOMAR here. I know it's been like 7 years since I've made a video for the 3 of you who might still be actively subscribed to me, but I'd rather skip formalities and get right to business. This is, at least in part, a response to Styx Hexenhammer's Trump proposes blatantly unconstitutional fix to mostly non-existent gun crime problem video. Now I, for the most part, like Trump. I didn't at first, but the way he makes the snowflakes cry is just too priceless. However, his proposals in the wake of the Parkland shooting are, for the most part, balls on shin retarded. I mean, come on, arm the teachers. Having officer friendly at the door obviously didn't work. I doubt this will either. Anyway, the one proposal made by Trump that I believe does have merit is the idea to expand background checks to include medical information, though Styx does raise some valid concerns about even this.
This is also, by the way, blatantly unconstitutional. And that's the idea of converting the right to own a firearm into a privilege further on the arbitrary classification of mental illness. The idea that background checks will be expanded specifically with an eye to mental illness. So if a person is like, they've got mental problems, they wouldn't be able to purchase a gun. Under what arbitrary scheme is this actually going to be accomplished? Well,
I'll tell you exactly which arbitrary scheme it should be accomplished under. You obviously can't have psychiatrists be the arbiters of who gets a gun and who doesn't. The entire field of psychiatry is dominated by leftists, and they clearly cannot be trusted to be objective, which is why their opinion should not factor into whether or not someone passes a background check. However, one thing that has been well documented about these mass shootings is that they almost always involve some kind of prescription psychotropic drug. I honestly can't think of any exceptions, unless you count the ones that involve Islam. But what I am suggesting is this. If you are currently taking, or have taken in the past year, any kind of prescription psychoactive substance, whether it be Prozac, Zoloft, Wellbutrin, Ritalin, Adderall, Depakote, Risperdal, and I personally have at various points taken all of the above, then you should not be able to legally purchase a firearm. Conversely, if you already have a gun license, then you should have to give it up if you want to take these drugs. Simply put, you can either have the happy pills or a gun, but one or the other. I don't have time to make a big research project on how antidepressants can actually exacerbate violent tendencies. I'm just doing this on the fly, but I can tell you from personal experience that these drugs are anything but predictable. For example, when I was 13 years old, I was having considerable problems at school for a number of different reasons. I was being teased and bullied every single day, and this was before cyberbullying. Some of you kids might be too young to remember, but bullies actually used to come up and say the type of shit they say on social media right to your face. Since the teachers were useless, my solution to bullies was to punch them in the face. Eventually, I was put on Prozac. Now, before I started taking Prozac, I may have popped a few bullies in the mouth here and there, but while I was on Prozac, I put one of them in the hospital. Do you see my point here? Do you see why giving guns and happy pills to the same person might not be the best idea?
Wow, Dad. How did you know this was gonna happen?
Well, I just know something about human nature, son. If you put teenagers and husky boys and donuts all in the same place, you're just asking for trouble.
Anyway, that's all I wanted to say for this video. It's my first video in a while, and perhaps I'll make more. I've got a few ideas, so we'll see. For now, though, I'll be having my sign-off back. Thank you very much, Rocking Mr. E, for keeping it warm for me. This is LordClydeofOMAR, over and out.